In the words of Count Dooku, I've been looking forward to this. Hello there, only one Kenobi here, only one. I have been looking forward to this, and now I'm ready to open the Tantive 4 playset. What I'm doing is I'll just take you over here, get through this obstacle course, and just show you... finally, I've got that in there, Mike. I haven't finished yet, but there you go, Mike. Thanks for that. That looks a lot more like the New Hope, doesn't it? A New Hope, even. So, up here, the shelf above... if you are new around here, this is one of my sort of displays. All of this is a chronological Skywalker saga display. I'm going to shift things around, actually, next few days, next week. But here is the start of A New Hope, and it's the Tantive 4 kind of mock-up. The way I do my displays is as I say, keep it in chronological. I try and tell a story. You know, a lot of people have just figures whammed on a shelf. I like to spread them out. So here you've got Vader's, well, technically it's the 501st, and then you've got these guys, and then we move on to, look at that. That's supposed to depict, what you call it now, the Tashi station. That deleted scene. So anyway, what I'm going to hopefully do is, once I've opened this, I'm going to, you know, hopefully get it on here. So I've got a bit of a backdrop, a bit like that. Now my mate Mike, who gave me that, swears by dioramas to set off displays. Sometimes I think that just the figures and a plain background will work. You can see it, you know what I'm saying? But like that, you know, that's the moment Luke fires his lightsaber. I don't have any props other than the table, and that works for me. But I do understand the power of a diorama. It does work, as you will see down there. That's quite nice to sort of set off the palace. And we all know... Oh, yeah. I've got a few things now, haven't I, man? Can you see that there? That's the thing from Return of the Jedi, the bunker. But actually, I've got that to set off the Rogue One shelf. And then down here, there's no better diorama than that. It's really messy in here, so I'm whipping the camera. You won't believe the mess on the floor. I need to sort that out. So you can't see it. I don't want you to see how messy it is. Right, let's get this thing open, man. Can't wait. There's loads of good reviews out there now. There's a really good one. I think the first on the internet was Anthony from the Imperial Communique, who did well, he does every video. He does stop motion, but check his video out. What the hell did I do with... Oh, here it is. Let's do this. Look at it. It's great. Let's just drink it in. It comes with this figure here, which... to my disappointment, is the same Rebel Trooper as you got with the previous release. They could have done something like, you know, the Rebel Commando, you had the black and the white. They could have done something like that, maybe. Had an alternative guy in there, but it doesn't matter. Ultimately, I think because, I don't know, it's an army building figure, it would have been nice if they put someone in here like Captain Antilles. I did that in 3PO's voice. Well, you know why, if you've seen A New Hope. or even an updated Leia. Speaking of Leia, there she is. Brilliant. In fact, I'll go round the packaging. I didn't do that for you. There is the front. You've probably seen this on countless other reviews, but, you know, it'd be rude not to just sort of go through it quickly. There's 3PO there. They could do with doing a back metalized 3PO, I think. I'm going to do that for my Vintage Collection wishlist series. That'll be the next episode you see. Anyway, there you go. You can get multiples. I'm expecting another one. I think I've shown you everything, you know. God damn it, let's get the thing open. I think that's what you've called for, isn't it? Now then, I opened it that side, so let's just... Alrighty. Some instructions there. I'll have a look at that in a minute. I was quite interested in always doing a first view of something. Apparently, yes, I think if I remember watching Tim's video, I think it was him who said, yeah, there you go. You see, they've packed that in better than the Carbonite freezing chamber set. It was very flimsy. The card back there's just sort of almost just plonked in there. But that looks like it's been put in securely. Now, one thing you'll notice about Star Wars is it's very much a used future. That was the very thing that's inspired Ridley Scott to make Alien. Well, he directed Alien, but he had a lot of inspiration from Star Wars. Now, this is probably one of the only sets in Star Wars that's clean. You know what I mean? Everything looks battered and used. This is not too science fiction-y, but it is kind of. It's very polished and clean, isn't it, the Tantive 4? Or Tantive 4. That's my first view of it. And then you get these pieces here. That's alright, that's interesting. I am actually glad I'm getting a second one, because at least I have the option of opening one of these guys, and also I can maybe mock it up so you've got that R2-D2, where are you? You know, the little... when he's down the little corridor speaking to Leia. At last! See, this is what I find the most iconic about the Tantive 4. And there it goes. The doorways. And I loved that about Rogue One. I left the cinema very satisfied, having seen that last scene. Launch! Help us! Vader wailing into everybody with his saber. Wow, the door just shut there. That's cool, isn't it? How about that? Maybe I should have played monkey music. It's not too late for some monkey music. Now, if my man Daniel Charles watching, right, I'm going to do what some Muppets don't do, and let's look at the fucking instructions, do you know what I mean? Some people are so stupid that they don't do it, do they? Except they just give it all that and they moan to Hasbro. Well, I'm going to read these instructions, so bear with me. Let's spin on with the monkey music. This is a great diorama piece though, man. It's going to be great. I'm sure it will fit up there as well. I'm sure. Just breaking from that, let's have a look at this figure. This guy, I'll do a review of him as well. Rubble Fleet Trooper, nice looking card. I do like it. It's more cartoony that than anything. It's like a cross between a photo. Look at those sparks, man. I loved that scene. Shame it's the same figure. They could have just changed the face or something. Or not put him in here at all, because he's an army builder, damn it. I don't know how many you can link of these together, but I know certainly 2, and maybe more. You could be creative, but you know, we have budgets. We have limit. We don't have all the money in the world. It's an expensive hobby. Anyway, moving on. Aha! Got it. Felt a bit of a Muppet for a minute there. This looks great. You could have this also in a... So this is my other display here. This is the prequels. You could also have it... Where's my Revenge of the Sith? Here. Kind of. Heard from no one. We have. That's Tantive 4. You can get your Bail Organa on there, your Obi-Wan, and your Yoda. Why not? Almost there, man. Almost there. Almost there. Fucking bollocks, man. What the fuck's going on with it? He doesn't fucking work. Jack! Sharon! I think we got it, man. Alright, I think we're nearly there. And then obviously these go in the back, so I'll do that very quickly. Let's see. Such an iconic set, isn't it? This is pure Star Wars. Yeah, that'll do. Well, I quite like that. That looks great. It's such an iconic thing. Let's spin it around. That's the way I'm going to be having it. But, oh, come on. Let's come out there. It needs to be in. Right, we're in. I think that is it, man. We're done. Good. So the next step is I'll just show you around, and then I'll move it up there and put some figures to populate it. But really nice. I'm going to close these doors. I think they look better closed. I don't want anyone peeping through. Although, actually, with that, the background there, because that's just mahogany. No, not mahogany. Magnolia coloured walls. Very neutral colour. It might work. Having somebody like R2 and 3PO. There it is. Nifty, huh? I'll pan this camera real slow. I've got the window open next to me, so you've got some natural light coming in. And then some lights around the room. You should just be getting a bit of an idea. And the peg holes must be somewhere. There's the floor. Very nice. Holding here is dangerous. Word of this gets out, it could generate sympathy for the rebellion at the Senate. Great, isn't it? Makes you think of all the great, just thinking now, David Prowse, man, it was all him, that man. There was a bit of a kerfuffle about when he was playing the role in the Return of the Jedi, but all of that was just pure, fantastic, pure Vader. First time you see Vader in it, so that's a nice piece, man. I like it. Now, let's see if we can put it up there. I'll just show you the back side before... Oh, pardon. I'll just show you the back side. Oh, that's nice, the fact they've got a double side there. That's good. You've got that there. Nice, huh? Yeah. Doesn't really clip together so great in lots of places, but... See, that bit's loose there, but that doesn't really matter too much. It's not going to be moving once it's in position. Right, speaking of getting it in position, let's get it up there. Let me just sort that out for you, and then we'll bring it back. So before I go overboard and put too many figures in there, I'm just put a couple in, but it works, man. It looks really good. Nice, and you know, you can do whatever you want with this. I haven't decided yet, but for the purposes of this video, I just want to show you it with a couple. And I've actually kept the land speeder there because we kind of transition to a different scene. I know they're very close, but I can see a break there, you know what I mean? It's like looking at comic frames, you know? Boom, then we're on Tatooine, and then we have the droid sail and blah 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 blah. That's the way I've got it, but I haven't put in any Tantive for any Rebel troopers yet. But what I've got here is I've got that's the Rogue one. That's Luke Skywalker, but it's a great army builder for a stormtrooper. This is the one that came in the Return. I beg your pardon, the Empire Strikes Back Carbon Freezing Chamber, which has to be the definitive one because it's just like the Rogue One, that guy, but he's got the holster, you know, if you are somebody who is a purist. I've got Vader with his saber out there. Obviously, he didn't in he did in Rogue One, he didn't in Star Wars. I know that this is what's on the card back? Oh, it is a Star Wars. Yeah, so it's obviously Star Wars, but then it's funny that they've got a Rogue One car back inside us, but they do link, you know, they're kind of seamless. I do love Rogue One, and I love the way that it's totally supplements the original trilogy, you know, this episode 4. Right, so since I'm here, I'll just talk to you about these troopers. He's just fallen over, but these troopers that I have, this one comes from the Power of the Jedi line. You might have seen him before. I have him facing that away. It works, you know. Its articulation is nowhere near as good as the vintage one, but he's involved. This one I have as involved as well, but I always have him facing that way because if you look at him from here, man, he looks way too ripped. I mean, you might get guys that are ripped in the Rebel Alliance, but the figure's not aged well, so he does look good like that as an army builder. This is your vintage guy. This is the same one that they've repacked in the Rogue One packaging, so there he is. So I'm going to put him in eventually up there, but I just want to talk to you about what I have here as well. I don't like to waste any figures. This is by no means the best layer, but do you know what? She worked. I had her previously just behind these guys facing away again. She looks better from that angle. And it's nice to know that I'm not wasting anything. The best layer that you've still got is the VOTC one, but I'll work her into that as well. And here's your Antilles. This is maybe who they should have put on a card back for this set, maybe. I don't know. That's up for debate, but still, I have one. If I can focus on him, there he is. So I'm going to get them into place. I'll just put a few in just so you can get a flavour of it. You never know, there might have been multiple battles on the Tantive 4, you know, after that bit when Vader walks on, you know, just before you cut to Leia and R2, there might have been another breakout of a fight in another corridor when Vader lit his saber again, you know, you just don't know. That's kind of an expanded universe take on things, but I do like the idea of Vader having his saber out, even though he didn't draw it in the New Hope. Who cares? Oh, these are the troopers I have. These are the 5 POA stormtroopers. People rave about these and say how good they are, but the helmets are good, but the bodies are crap because, 5 POA is all right, but on things, and guys like stormtroopers, when you can't articulate the elbow, I think it sucks, man, because, you know, I don't mind people like, you know, Krennic standing 5 POA with no articulated elbows, but for troopers, they've got to be able to stand without the hands just going straight down, you know what I'm saying? Like this guy. So that's that. So I have these just always in the background as fillers, and then the foreground, boom, someone like that. You know what I'm saying? Got a bit of depth going on there. Right, I'll get some more figures into position, and then I'm going to say goodbye and leave any comments below. So I've just literally found these. I didn't think they'd come. I was like, where were the peg holes? I knew there was peg holes somewhere. But they come in that, which is obviously either they're cutting back on plastic, but they put them in like a paper bag, and they were attached to that, so I totally missed them. Let me know if that happened to you. But inside here, you should see the pegs, and I'm going to need these pegs, because this guy will definitely need it. Mr. Neil. He's not called Neil, but he's kneeling. Or he looks better doing that. Cocking his gun. So let's do that, hey? That'd be nice. One moment. Alrighty, so as I'm losing the light, we're at the end. And thank you for joining me. And I've just put a few figures in there just to give you a flavour of what it can do. And it is just nice. So this isn't how I'm going to permanently have it, but it's just a start. Just wanted to put a mix of figures in there. I've used the peg holes as best I can, but you can only really put them on the outside, so I might want more figures in there, and I don't necessarily mind using figure stands. It's up to you. Anyways, it's a nice piece. There's a bit of a shadow being cast on this now. I've just got Vader there. I like Vader leading, but, you know, he came on last technically, so I'm torn between screen accuracy and just making a nice diorama, you know. A diorama, it's a living piece. It's like art, isn't it, you know? Like a poster or whatever, you know, an artistic rendering of what happened on the ship. But I like the fact that I've got these guys. That's the best of the figures, really. That's the guy, the vintage collection one. And I had him so he's sort of like turning, like he's retreating almost, like, oh, let's get out of it, let's bail. And he's having a shot. I've got this guy, and I didn't have him a minute ago because really, I don't know you could have him. He's the kind of guy who'd be behind the door. I've got Leia there as well, you know, just had to just put her in just for the purposes of, it sets it off, doesn't it? You know, it's up to you what you do with this kind of thing, but it does its job, man. It's a great diorama. Well done, Hasbro. And then let me know in the comments what you think about what they should have packed in, what they could have, should have, would have. But you know, it is what it is, and at least I've got another fully articulated trooper in the fullness of time to include. So there you are, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching this. I have been Only One Kenobi. If you are new around here, do subscribe, tap the notification bell, and hit a like if you have enjoyed the video. And people keep asking about room tours and shelf tours. I did announce a few months ago a series I've got in the pipeline called Shelf Indulgence, and that is happening very soon. I'm going to go by movie, shelf by shelf, and take you through what I have. And also I'm thinking of doing, let me know if you think this is a good idea, a live stream, a live Star Wars room tour, you know, live. Love live chats and stuff, and then go through everything. And then if you've got any questions or anything specific you want to see, I'll take you there live. This has been Only One Kenobi, the Tantive 4 playset from Hasbro. Only One Kenobi. Only one. Out. Right, last word now. This is my favourite Vader, and I would be very tempted to have him on here. No lightsaber, just as he is in New Hope, just standing watching these guys at the point of retreat, should we say, or, you know, what's the word now? The point of surrender, should we say. So that might work very nice. I've seen a lot of Instagrammers using that Vader, and I must apologise, we've lost the light now. The daylight coming in is gone, but you get the idea. That is a great Vader. I'd love them to repack that one in the vintage collection because it's so good, one way or another. To get it out in the public again, brilliant Vader. Anyway, that would work very nicely. I just thought I'd share that with you just before the end. Thank you again for watching. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only one. Out.